Hey coin lovers! Welcome to the Worth Old Coins channel, your place to discover the hidden value and rare facts about old coins. In today's video we're revealing the top 3 valuable coins, and one of them might just be in your collection. So don't skip this video, let's find out their real worth. Top 1. The Italy 200 lire 1995 coin is an iconic piece of modern Italian numismatics, representing the final decade of the Italian lira currency system before Italy adopted the euro in 2002. The 200 lire denomination was one of the most widely circulated and practically useful coins of the late 20th century in Italy, functioning as a medium-value coin suitable for everyday purchases such as bus tickets, coffee, or newspapers. The 1995 issue falls within a historically significant period, as Italy was undergoing both economic and political transformations in preparation for European integration and the eventual adoption of the euro. This coin is therefore both a common object of daily life from the period and a symbolic marker of the last years of the lira, one of Europe's oldest currencies, which had been in use since 1861, the year of Italian unification. Physically, the 1995 Italian 200 lire coin was struck in aluminum bronze, Italma, a light and durable alloy that gave the coin its distinctive golden-yellow color. The coin measured 24 millimeters in diameter, weighed 5 grams, and had a smooth edge, unlike other Italian coins of different denominations, which sometimes bore reeded or inscribed edges. Its lightweight nature and modest size made it very convenient for daily handling, especially as it was one of the most commonly exchanged coins in Italy at the time. Despite being a relatively low-value coin, the 200 lire was essential in urban life during the 1990s, being frequently used in vending machines, public telephones, and everyday shopping. The obverse design of the 1995 issue, like other standard circulation 200 lire coins of the series, depicts the head of Italia Turita, the classical female personification of Italy, wearing a mural crown, a crown shaped like city walls with towers. This personification of Italy draws from ancient Roman iconography and Renaissance allegorical traditions, embodying the strength, unity, and civic identity of the Italian nation. Around the portrait runs the inscription Repubblica Italiana, affirming Italy's republican status after the abolition of the monarchy in 1946. The design is neoclassical in style, reflecting Italy's preference for symbolism rooted in cultural continuity and national identity. The reverse side of the coin features the denomination L.200 prominently at the center, with the year of issue, 1995, positioned just below. Surrounding the denomination is a stylized gear wheel design, a motif that symbolizes Italy's industrial progress, labor, and modernization, values central to post-war Italian identity. The gear motif had been present on the 200 lire coin since its first introduction in 1977, serving as a tribute to the Italian working class and the nation's industrial development during its economic boom. Below the gear design lies the name of the engraver, Laura Cretara, one of Italy's most important medallists and coin designers, notable as the first woman engraver to work at the Italian Mint. Her involvement further enriches the historical and cultural value of this coin. In terms of historical context, the 200 lire coin of 1995 was minted at a time when Italy was navigating economic reforms, budgetary constraints, and political change in order to align itself with the requirements of the Maastricht Treaty, 1992, which laid the foundation for the euro. Inflation had reduced the purchasing power of the lira significantly by the 1990s, making the 200 lire coin more of a small change denomination than it had been in its early years. While useful for minor transactions, its actual value was relatively modest, equivalent to just a few cents in modern euro terms. Nevertheless, it remained indispensable in everyday commerce, especially for public transport, vending machines, and small purchases. From a numismatic perspective, the 1995 Italian 200 lire coin is not particularly rare, as it was minted in large quantities for circulation. Its value in the collector's market depends primarily on condition. Circulated examples are very common and generally hold only sentimental or historical value, while uncirculated or proof specimens from mint sets can attract more interest among collectors. Its significance lies less in rarity and more in its role as part of the broader history of the Italian lira and its representation of Italian identity through its symbolic design. Culturally, the coin reflects Italy's dual emphasis on heritage and modernity. The obverse with Italia Turita recalls the country's deep classical and artistic traditions, while the reverse with the gear wheel celebrates industrial strength, labor, and progress. Together, these designs tell the story of a nation proud of its cultural roots but equally engaged in modern economic development. For many Italians, this coin evokes nostalgia for the era of the lira, the currency in which generations of Italians measured their daily lives, savings, and wages before the shift to the euro. And conclusion, The Italy 200 lire 1995 coin is a small yet powerful artifact of late 20th century Italian history. It captures the essence of the Italian Republic's symbolic imagery, the economic realities of the lira during its final years, and the national values of unity, progress, and resilience. Though modest in monetary worth today, it serves as a cultural and historical bridge between Italy's past and its future within the European Union for collectors and historians. It stands as an emblem of the final phase of the lira's story, reminding us of an everyday coin that once passed through millions of Italian hands, shaping the rhythm of daily life until the dawn of the euro era. Top 2. The Italian 200 lire 1979 coin is one of the most historically symbolic circulation coins of modern Italy, and it belongs to the early years of the 200 lire series, first introduced in 1977. This coin marked a turning point in Italian numismatic and economic history, as it was part of the transition from smaller denomination bronze and aluminum coins to higher value coins that reflected the effects of inflation in post-war Italy. By the late 1970s, the purchasing power of the lira had been weakened, and coins such as the 200 lire became essential for everyday transactions, taking the role of middle-value currency for bus fares, coffee, newspapers, and small goods. The 1979 issue is only the third year of minting for this denomination, giving it special importance among collectors as an early example of Italy's response to the changing economic realities of the time. The physical specifications of the 1979 200 lire coin remained consistent with the series. It was struck in aluminum bronze, Italma, a distinctive alloy that gave the coin a bright golden yellow appearance, lightweight yet durable. It measured 24 millimeters in diameter, weighed 5 grams, and featured a smooth edge. The smooth edge was unusual compared to other contemporary coins, but it helped the coin stand out within the lira system. This size and weight were carefully chosen to make it convenient for both hand-to-hand transactions and for use in vending machines, which were becoming increasingly common in Italy during the late 1970s. The obverse design of the 1979 coin depicts the personification of Italia Turrita, the traditional female head representing Italy crowned with a mural crown resembling fortified walls and towers. This iconography draws from Roman and Renaissance traditions, symbolizing civic strength, national unity, and cultural identity. Surrounding the portrait is the inscription Repubblica Italiana, affirming Italy's republican status after the monarchy was abolished in 1946. The artistry is distinctly neoclassical, with soft details that give the portrait an enduring elegance. For Italians, this image represented not just currency, but also the identity of the state and the continuity of the nation. The reverse side of the 200 lire 1979 coin is equally significant. At its center is the denomination L.200, with the date 1979 struck just below. Surrounding the denomination is a stylized gear wheel, a design element chosen to symbolize Italian industry, labor, and economic modernization. This gear wheel motif was first introduced in the inaugural 1977 issue of the 200 lire and became its defining feature, marking the coin as a tribute to the working class and the post-war industrial progress of Italy. At the bottom of the reverse is the name of Laura Cretara, the engraver, who was one of Italy's leading medalists and notably the first woman to engrave coins at the Italian Mint. Her role in designing this coin added both artistic and historical significance to the series. From a historical context, 1979 was a very important year for Italy and Europe. Economically, Italy was experiencing rising inflation, labor unrest, and political instability, all of which eroded the value of the lira. The 200 lire coin played a central role in everyday transactions, bridging the gap between smaller coins like the 100 lire and larger notes. At the same time, Europe was moving toward greater financial cooperation. The European Monetary System, EMS, was launched in 1979 to stabilize exchange rates among European currencies, foreshadowing the eventual creation of the euro. Thus, the 200 lire of 1979 reflects both the challenges Italy faced domestically and its integration into a broader European economic framework. In terms of mintage and circulation, the 1979 200 lire coin was produced in large numbers to meet the high demand for medium-value coins in circulation. While it is not considered rare, its importance lies in the fact that it belongs to the early years of the 200 lire series, making it more desirable to collectors compared to later, more common issues of the 1990s. Most circulated coins from 1979 show considerable wear, as they were heavily used in everyday life. But uncirculated and proof condition coins carry greater value in the numismatic market. From a cultural perspective, this coin embodies Italy's balance between heritage and modernity. The obverse with Italia Turrita looks to the nation's deep cultural and historical roots, while the reverse with the gear wheel celebrates progress, labor, and modern identity. This symbolism resonated strongly in the late 1970s, a time when Italy was striving to modernize its economy while also facing political and social challenges such as the Years of Lead, a period of domestic terrorism and unrest. The coin thus became not just a piece of money, but also a reflection of the struggles and aspirations of Italian society during that period. And numismatic value. The 1979 Italian 200 lire coin generally does not hold significant monetary worth due to its high mintage. However, its appeal lies in its historical and collectible value as part of the early issues of the series, its symbolic designs, and its place within the story of the Italian lira. Collectors often seek the late 1970s examples for their originality and connection to the first years of the denomination, with special attention given to proof coins issued in collector sets. In conclusion, the Italy 200 lire 1979 coin is a fascinating blend of art, economics, and history. It represents Italy's struggles with inflation, its reliance on coins for everyday life, and its identity as a nation proud of its cultural roots yet determined to modernize and industrialize. Designed by the talented Laura Cretara, it embodies both the female personification of Italy and the symbolic gear of labor and progress. While common in circulation, its story makes it a lasting emblem of the late 1970s Italian Republic, bridging the past with a modern European future. Top 3, the Italian 200 lire, 1923-1993 are commemorative coin, issued in 1993, is a very special and symbolic piece in the history of Italian numismatics, because it was struck to celebrate the 70th anniversary of the founding of the Istituto Poligrafico e Zecca dello Stato, IPZS, the Italian State Mint and Printing Institute, which is responsible for producing the nation's currency, stamps, and official documents. Unlike the regular circulating 200 lire coins that were first introduced in 1977, this commemorative issue was designed not only as legal tender but also as a collectible coin, with a deeper meaning attached to the evolution of Italy's minting traditions and industrial capacity. The coin bears the R mint mark, which identifies the Rome Mint, Zecca di Roma, the primary facility of the IPZS. In terms of physical characteristics, the 1993 200 lire commemorative coin followed the general specifications of the standard circulating 200 lire series. It was struck in aluminum bronze alloy, Italma, giving it a golden yellow color, lightweight but durable. The coin has a diameter of 24 millimeters, a weight of 5 grams, and a smooth edge just like the regular circulation 200 lire coins. This consistency in size and weight meant that the coin could still circulate alongside normal issues, but its unique design made it stand out as a celebratory piece. The obverse design of the coin features the personification of Italia Turrita, the classical female figure symbolizing Italy, crowned with a mural crown consisting of towers and walls, a design long used to represent the strength and unity of the Italian Republic. This side retains the traditional inscription Repubblica Italiana, reinforcing the coin's identity within the nation's republican framework. This continuity ensured that even though the coin was commemorative, it remained recognizable as part of Italy's modern lira coinage. The reverse design of the coin, however, is what makes it historically significant and unique. At its center appears the double date, 1923 to 1993, representing the 70th anniversary of the Istituto Poligrafico e Zecca dello Stato. The inscription is carefully framed with artistic details that symbolize Italy's progress in minting technology, printing, and industrial development over the decades. The large central denomination, L.200, is also displayed prominently, alongside the year of issue, 1993, and the small mint mark, R. Surrounding the central details is a design that resembles a gear or mechanical motif, reflecting not only the industrial and technological advancements of the Italian mint, but also its role in modernizing coin production and securing the nation's financial system. From a historical perspective, this coin marks an era of transition for Italy. By 1993, the Italian lira was still the national currency, but the country was already on the path to adopting the euro, which would be introduced in 1999, non-cash, and 2002, physical notes and coins. The issuance of this coin, therefore, stands as one of the last great commemorative pieces of the Italian lira before the euro era. It honored the institution that had produced Italy's money since the 1920s, at a time when that very money system was preparing to be phased out. The Istituto Poligrafico e Zecca dello Stato, IPZS, itself has a rich history. Founded in 1923, it unified Italy's minting and printing operations, producing not only coins but also banknotes, stamps, passports, and official documents. Over 70 years, it grew into one of the most advanced facilities of its kind in Europe, blending craftsmanship with modern minting technology. The 1993 coin celebrated this dual identity of tradition and progress, showing Italy's pride in its institutional heritage while recognizing its continuing modernization. In terms of mintage, the 1993 commemorative 200 lire coin was produced in relatively smaller quantities than the standard issues, since it was not intended for mass circulation. Many were preserved in collector sets or special numismatic presentations by the IPZS. While the coin was legal tender and could be used in everyday transactions, most Italians recognized its special design and kept it as a keepsake rather than spending it. Today, circulated examples exist, but uncirculated, mint state pieces are far more valuable to collectors, especially those included in official mint sets. From a symbolic standpoint, the coin perfectly represents Italy's cultural and economic identity in the early 1990s. On one hand, it honors the legacy of Italian craftsmanship, classical symbolism, and the personification of Italia. On the other, it emphasizes industrial progress, the modernization of the mint, and the country's readiness for the future. This balance between tradition and innovation was a central theme of Italian numismatics during the final years of the lira and the numismatic market. The Italian 200 lire 1923 to 1993 coin does not hold extremely high monetary value due to its relatively recent issue and large preservation numbers, but its historical and commemorative importance makes it very desirable. For collectors of Italian coinage, it represents a milestone, as one of the last commemorative issues before the euro. Its value depends largely on condition. Circulated examples are modestly priced, while proof and mint state coins in original sets can be significantly more collectible. In conclusion, the Italian 200 lire 1923-1993 R coin is much more than a medium denomination coin. It is a celebration of 70 years of Italian minting history, a tribute to the Istituto Poligrafico e Zecca dello Stato, and a marker of Italy's numismatic journey from the interwar years into the modern European era. Its combination of Italia Turrita on the obverse and the commemorative 1923 to 1993 reverse reflects both continuity and progress, making it a true symbol of Italy's cultural pride and technological achievement. While modest in face value, it carries enormous historical weight, standing as one of the final commemorative voices of the Italian lira before the dawn of the euro. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe my channel for more videos.